How you doing? This is Ruben once again with Philosophy. Um, Thank you for watching this video. If you liked any of my past videos, if it has helped you in any way, please subscribe or like the video or comment on the video. Uh, that allows me to know that what I'm doing is helping at least one person. All right. Today I want to talk about something that we all have, and it just varies from person to person. And this is your positive ball of energy and your negative ball of energy. You have a positive ball of energy and you have a negative ball of energy. Now, for most people, that negative ball of energy is bigger than the positive ball of energy. The negative ball of energy, if it's bigger, you feel more negative more of the time. You have more negative thoughts. You have Your life is just going in a negative spiral. But when you have your positive ball of energy bigger than the negative ball of energy, then your life is more positive. You see life differently. Give you a good example. If your negative ball of energy is bigger, let's say that you get a flat tire. If your negative ball of energy is bigger than your positive ball of energy, most likely you'll look at that incident as bad. And you'll look at that incident as negative, and you might start, cursing yourself. Maybe saying, I'm unlucky. Why do bad things always happen to me? And on and on and on. But if your positive ball of energy, it's bigger than your negative ball of energy, then you'll look at that incident in a different way. Maybe you'll think, hey, I got a flat tire. You know, I wonder why. Maybe, um, you know, the reason this happened is because, God is moving things around so I could maybe meet someone at a certain time, or maybe I'll meet someone that may offer to help me, or I may see the kindness of the world by actually seeing someone come by and saying if I need any help, and that'll make me feel more positive about the world. Maybe I'm being stopped from going to a certain point where something screwball was gonna happen. Right? I'm being prevented. Maybe where I was going, something bad was gonna happen at that moment. Maybe I'm being prevented from going through that. You see how you could look at things? When your positive ball of energy is bigger than your negative ball of energy, the positive outlook on this situation will be much more nicer. You'll feel good. You'll feel better. And even if you do feel negative, the effect won't last as long as it would if your negative ball of energy is bigger than positive ball of energy. For the most part, for most people, the negative ball of energy is bigger. For most people, that is the case, unfortunately. And that is why you look at life differently. We talk a lot about the law of attraction, how like attracts like, and how your thoughts and the feelings you feel inside will manifest itself in your life. So if your negative ball of energy is bigger than your positive ball of energy, then you're going to be attracting more negative than positive. Now, we all started with a positive ball of energy bigger. That positiveness was bigger. It was maybe when we were in childhood, or we were in our childhood, when we were kids. If you notice, kids or children, they they let things rub off them real quick. You know, they don't hold grudges. If they get angry for a certain period of time, then they totally forget about it. They're not worried, and so on and so on. We heard how many people say we should be more like children. And in a sense, it's true because that's how we need to be. The positive ball of energy needs to be bigger. It's, life is much more better when you things just rub off you, and you are not affected as much. Now, your negative ball of energy may be so big, or it may have been bigger than the positive ball of energy for a long time, that you don't even remember how being positive is. But the good thing is that it can be changed. You need to get your positive ball of energy big again, bigger than the negative ball of energy. If you could imagine, a positive ball of energy is bright white light that uh, moves up almost like a helium balloon. And imagine the negative ball of energy. Your negative ball of energy, it's dark and 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 and, and dirty and cloudy, and it's sort of sticky, and it sticks, and it's going down. It's heavy. You need to get your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy. Now, you didn't get your negative ball of energy bigger overnight or in weeks. This has happened over a series of years that you have gotten into this level. And we're all different. Some of us have a really big ball of negative energy, really really big. Some of us have it a little bit smaller. People vary. No matter where you are at, no matter what level your negative ball of energy is, you can make your positive ball of energy bigger than it is, and sort of make it smaller, the negative ball of energy. For some people, it's gonna take a week. For some people, a month. For some people, couple months, and unfortunately, for some people, maybe years. It all really depends, but it can change. Now, how is this gonna happen? Well, you have to start thinking more positive, and I know you may say, well, that's easy for you to say, but it is not easy for me to say because my negative ball of energy used to be big. Uh, when I was around 11 years old, I started developing uh, heavy anxiety, a lot of negative thoughts. I used to feel fear. I used to think a lot. I used to worry a lot. 10, 11 years old. By 12 years old, I was, had depression. I used to think really negative thoughts. I used to be fearful of death, fearful of diseases. I took things too serious. My negative ball of energy continued, my negative ball of energy continued to become bigger and bigger and bigger by the year. When I was 19, uh 18 or 19, I got introduced to self-help. Now, through that whole period while I was in my negative emotions, I went into religion. My family is Catholic, so I went to that first, and I got real deep in it. From there, I met several friends, and they introduced me to Christianity, and that helped me, that helped me a lot. But I sort of what's the word? I sort of went stray. So then I started researching Buddhism, and I found a lot of help there as well. And then finally, I got introduced to self-help. Now, in my opinion, I believe that from other religions, I'm not saying one is better than the other one. We're all different. And I believe that whoever you believe in, if you believe in God, whatever religion you're in, that's was meant for you, and that should be your reality. Nobody should change it. But for me, I believe that Christianity hits home because when I got introduced to self help, I started reading on all these. I never heard the ideas that I'm a winner, that I was born to be an achiever, that I was designed for greatness. I never heard these words from the world. Sure, you hear in religion, you hear a lot about how you're God's greatest creation and how God loves you. But you expect that from a religion, right? But you never, I never heard the word just from another person. Telling me that I was designed for greatness, that I was born to win, and that I can achieve my dreams, and that nothing should be impossible for me. Fortunately, I got introduced to it very young, to self help at the age of 18, 19 years old. So, but I felt through all my years of stress, anxiety, depression, fearfulness, and all these negative emotions, my negative ball of energy was bigger than most. Now, when I went through self help, I started seeing all these ideas. And from all the religion background, I think Christianity and the Bible has the like the concepts of the law of attraction, the concepts of reaching your dreams and how you were designed for greatness, that nothing is impossible to you. It's in all religions, but I think Christianity, in my opinion, it hits home to this day. To this day, I'm a born again Christian. But I respect anybody's viewpoint, anybody's belief. So that's why I don't get too much into Christianity and my beliefs. I hit home more on the self-help area. But every single concept that I've talked about and that I will talk about, I can point it out. I can point it out in the Bible. It's on there. But every religion really has it. But for me, it's this. For you, may be different. But the whole point is that my negative ball of energy started decreasing, and then it started going back up again, decreasing, back up again, right? You have to get your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy. Because right now, I tell you to think positive. For some of you, it may be really hard. For example, you may say, I'm trying to, it's almost like a magnet, right? Your negative ball of energy is bigger, so you're getting pulled more to the negative side. You want to look at the incident positively, and you do it for a second, but the influence and the power of the negative ball of energy pulls you because it's bigger and it's stronger. And then you're like, oh no, I want to get on positive, positive. Oh no, I'm getting pulled, and it's an ongoing struggle. Now, there's a video that I will be making on the specific system that should be employed by you and anybody that is studying the concepts of philosophy. There's a specific system, and I will give it to you right now, but I will go into it deeper in a video to come. And that is the system. There's a system. I was taught this system at the age of 19. And this system will make your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy faster than anything else, and it will be more powerful than anything else. And it's a consistent thing that you have to keep doing consistently, and that is key. Consistently, space repetition, repetition consistently, for you to get your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy. And when you hit that, when you hit that level that your positive ball of energy is bigger than your negative ball of energy, your life will be changed, miraculously changed. You will see your life better and better and better, and it will be life changing. It will be amazing, because you don't crust it. You went up the hill, and from there everything, and once you're on top of the hill, well, everything is downhill from there. So it's an amazing epiphany, an amazing realization, and an amazing experience that just thinking about it makes me so happy, that and I feel so privileged to for God to have blessed me to learn this information so I can share it with you guys, because I know that experience. And with time, we're not perfect. You don't hit, you don't hit the 3 point every time. You don't hit the touchdown with every pass, right? But that is the goal, and the fastest and most powerful way to do that is by following the system, which consists of books, reading books. There's not also a video that I will be coming out with the book list that I also uh, was taught when I was 19 years old, when I got introduced to this body of knowledge. I will share that book list with you guys, with specific books that you should be reading, because there's a lot of books out there, but a lot of them are garbage, or a lot of them are like 50% correct, some of 30%, 20%. I want you to get the highest level, the highest percentage that you can, and this book list will do it. So that's another video coming out in the future. So books, audios or videos like you're watching right now. I will be also coming out with audios in the future. In the future, we'll be coming out with audios as well. so you could carry them with you. You don't have to just watch the video. Carry them with you, and you could read them, or you could listen to them over and over again, no matter where you are at. Books, audios, or videos, events, seminars, even going to church where you're gathered with other people and you're hearing this message and you're seeing it, hearing it live. You know, Napoleon Hill talked about what was called the mastermind, where you and other like-minded people get together and you all create one mind called the mastermind. So it's not your mind anymore. You all collectively create one mind called the mastermind, and that mind becomes more powerful, and thus your vibration, your signal to the universe or to God, what you want, it's stronger. It will happen. And in the biblical scripture, it is said, you know, when two or more are gathered in God's name, you know, the prayer cannot be, you know, cannot be not answered. It has to be answered. This is more power. Because when you're gathered in that type of setting in a mastermind, 1 plus 1 is not 2, 1 plus 1 is 3 or 4. And 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3, is not equal 6. It's equal 10. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 is not equal 4. It's equal 30, 40. That's how powerful it is. So events, seminars, any event, any positive event where you're gathered around like-minded positive people, churches, seminars, gatherings, whatever. Because that is important. Relationships. Creating relationships with like-minded people, with people who are going on the same journey you are, the self-help journey, the becoming better journey, the become the best you can journey. And that's something that philosophy will be also offering in the future, a form where you could gather in wherever you are locally, and you could build relationships with people who are studying the same body of knowledge. Relationships. A relationship is so valuable because whenever you have an issue, maybe you need just somebody to correct you. We all need it from time to time. You know, having a 20-30 minute talk just can make a huge difference. And it can make you realize something that maybe you've forgotten, or something that you haven't forgotten, and you could help each other out. It's so valuable. If you look at clubs or fraternities, in these days, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of conspiracy with these secret societies, quote secret societies, maybe like the Freemasons, maybe like Yale Skull and Bones, Trilateral Commission, and all these fraternities, the Freemasons, right? Or even the Chamber of Commerce, Koala's Club, a country club, any type of association. There's a reason why those people, those fraternities, the members are real successful. Not saying all of them, but most of them are real successful. One, because they have that access to great relationships. A great relationship can get you a long way. We all love to help, and when we get a chance to it, and if you're a fraternity brother, I'll be glad to help you, because we're going on the same journey. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? So relationships, and the last one is recognition. being recognized. When you're recognized, that feeling is so powerful that it will blend everything together beautifully. You remember when you were a kid and you did so good, maybe you got a gold star on your forehead. You didn't want to take that gold star off. You'll sleep with it. You'll take a shower if you could. And that feeling is so good. Being recognized. Unfortunately, we're falling off in society today. We're falling off from that concept of recognition. I went to a game not too long ago, and everybody in the team, both teams, and everybody in the team got a trophy. The winner and the loser got a trophy. How can anybody be inspired to become better and really fight for what they want if the trophy is just given to them, right? But when you're being recognized for the winner because you know your hard effort paid off, that's a great feeling. Amazing feeling. And it would inspire you to become even better. As we talked about, remember the success cycle? Success creates confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates habits, thus creates more success. This system will put you in motion to make your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy. It will happen faster with this system and more powerfully. You'll get ingrained into you much deeper. We'll talk about the system in the future. But know that you have to make your positive ball of energy bigger than your negative ball of energy. Yes, how bad do you want it? For those who have a lower, if you're